gentlemen, welcome to Pedal to the Metal, the podcast where horsepower meets heart. From the shine of collector cars to the roar of race cars and the thunder of monster trucks, we've got it all. So buckle up your seatbelt, turn on the gas, and grab your favorite brew, 'cause the ride starts now. And now, here's your host, Roller.
That's right, baby. What's up, lug nuts? What's up? How ya all doing, man? Well, you know, I'll tell you what, we had a good weekend. We're gonna make it happen right here on Pedal to the Metal for you. We'll get this over. Please. Keep the applause down, please. Cut the applause, please. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hey guys, what's up, man? It's Roller. We're making it happen for you tonight on Pedal to the Metal. We're going to start the show at 7 o'clock, but we're going to go ahead and we're still trying to get that new CD out and stuff. Had some pretty good success with it over the weekend, and we want to sell some more, man. That's what it's all about. We want to pay some bills and stuff, you know? But anyway, we're going to go ahead and start off with some more music from the trainer, with the trainer from Colorado country, and man, we're going to come back on at 7 o'clock. So just take it easy, chill out, turn up some music, go get yourself something to drink, get all nestled up in that chair of yours, and come on down and listen to the trainer. That's right, guys, right here out of Colorado country. The first song on the album, on the CD, is The Trainer.
Up before sunrise, coffee in hand, another small town, another stretch of land, hauling young colts, chasing that trainer's dream, living his life in the fast mile scene. Long nights driving, chasing daylight, track to track, under those bright lights, track lights. The horses are young, but he feels that spark. Thinks he's got a winner, he can feel it in his heart. He can feel it in his heart. Dust on his boots, sweat on his brow. He don't count the miles, that cowboy just sits there and smiles. Every race is a gamble, every gate's a fight. He's just sitting there waiting for post time tonight. But he's raising champions with all of his might, just hoping he takes that big purse home tonight. Some legs get weary, some backs get sore. The vet gives them care, and they're ready for more. He treats them like family, he believes in their run. Knows one of these colts is a champion one. Long nights driving, chasing daylight, track to track, under those bright lights. Nothing to lose. Dreams on the line with each pound and stride. Tonight he's a winner with the world on his side. No more long nights. He's found the daylight. From track to track, now the future's bright. The young horse was golden, it was there from the start. He knew he had a winner, he could feel it in his heart.
I was just a young kid, wide eyes open wide, sat close to the fire on that cool autumn night. He walked up so quiet with a slow cowboy stride, snow white hair flowing and a gray beard long and wide. He pulled me right into the heart of the tale with them cowboy eyes. Through the dust of the canyon, the wind on the trail, his spurs and his six-gun, his voice strong and tall, that old cowboy poet made me live it all. His hat tipped just perfect, his vest leather worn, like a man riding out since the day he was born. Each word lit the fire, each rhyme stoked the flame, and I swear in that moment I was part of the game. He pulled me right into the heart of the tale with them cowboy eyes. Through the dust of the canyon, the wind on the trail, his snow white hair glowing, I still can recall that old cowboy poet made me live it all. He wasn't pretending, no trick of the show. The West lived inside him, it shone head to toe. One night by the fire I was captured in time by a cowboy in spirit, in dress and in rhyme. He pulled me right into the heart of the tale with them cowboy eyes. Through the dust of the canyon, the wind on the trail, with his long gray beard and his story so tall, that old cowboy poet made me live it all. And one day I'll gather my grandson and granddaughter around a crackling autumn campfire. I'll tell them of the night I first heard that old cowboy poet. His snow white hair, his long gray beard, and the truth in every word he spoke. And I'll pray they feel, as I once did, the living heartbeat of the West.
this cowboy passes on, lay me down where the wide plains are strong, where the dust meets the sky at dawn. That's where I belong. Who'll be taking care of my old horse now, and the cattle grazing on the ridge somehow? When my light fades and my trail is gone, who'll ride on when this cowboy passes on? Life on the ranch is not for the weak, but it's the only life this cowboy would see. I've mended fences, I've rode through rain, felt the joy and I felt the pain. Who'll be taking care of my old horse now, and the cattle grazing on the ridge somehow? When my light fades and my trail is gone, who'll ride on when this cowboy passes on? Maybe some young wrangler with a steady hand will take these fields and learn the land. But if no one comes, if the work falls through, there's one more rider I'm passing to. So please take my body and bury it deep, because it's God's turn to take care of me. Who'll be taking care of my old horse now, and the cattle grazing on the ridge somehow? When the sunset calls and the night is long, who'll ride on when this cowboy passes on? But I'll sleep easy where the prairie winds blow, 'cause I've trusted the one I've always known. Lay me down where the wide plains are strong, where the dust meets the sky at dawn. That's where I'll belong. When this cowboy passes on.
All right, that was When This Cowboy Passes On, and a big hello to Texas Rich in the new home in Fort Worth, Texas. I can't wait, baby. I can't wait to see the new apartment, man, and I can't wait to see the new studio. You know, I'm looking for a little professional courtesy, and maybe maybe you could give me a video tour tomorrow sometime. You know what I mean? I'd like to check out the new place. No, guys, I tell you what, man, we're going to be talking with Tony Maderaazzo here, starting at about, he's going to call in about 7:15. He's with the Monster X tour. We're going to find out about what's going on next year with Monster X, and also we're going to be talking to him about how his Thunderbird's coming along, and he's an avid diver, and they just got back from a big trip, and, you know, man, it's he's been a busy man, my buddy G. That's what we call him, G. Gonna be in the house right here about 7:15. But anyway, we are listening to some more music on Colorado Country, and tonight I think I'm going to be generous, and I think I'll give away a CD or two maybe to some lucky callers. So we'll go ahead and let's just do that. Let's go ahead and the first person to call in at 720-273-0772. That's 720-273-0772. You'll win a free CD from Colorado Country.
I remember the mornings, loading up your new Ford truck, camper on the back, chasing mountain love. The road was all ribbon, winding through the pines. Every mile with you was a moment frozen in time. You told me the story of the monkey riding in the elephant's ear. I still hold that one near. With my core gun out the window, keeping bad guys away. My mini bike tied to the back of the camper, it was the only way. We were off on adventures, rolling into the night. There were San Isabel's waters, Lake Dewey's in the sun, Arkansas River where the rapids like to run. You'd hand me light your pipe, let me sip your beer. Those are the memories I'll always keep near. Fishing with Grandpa was the only way for me. The fire would crackle, the stars filled the sky. You taught me about living, though you never tried. Every cast of the line, every laugh we shared. As a young boy, I always thought you would be there. You taught me more about love than the words you declare. There were San Isabel's waters, Lake Dewey's in the sun, Arkansas River where the rapids like to run. You hand me your pipe, you let me sip your beer. Those are the memories I'll always hold near. Fishing with Grandpa was the only life for me. Now the lake is still and I sit alone, but I hear your voice in the water's tone. I miss you and love you, I'll see you someday, and we'll fish again where the skies never fade. Your San Isabel's waters, Lake Dewey's in the sun, Arkansas River where the rapids like to run. I'll carry your stories till my dying day. Fishing with Grandpa was the only way. Yeah, fishing with Grandpa was the only way.
Tonight we got Mr. Richie Blackburn in the house, monster truck extraordinaire, man. And Sean Green, I'm from the same state, my brother. Somebody call in, guys. I want to give a CD away. 720-273-0772.
That she owned. Said, babe, I can't do this anymore. The only thing I can do for you is show you to the door. I watched her taillights as she drove away. But buddy, that's alright. You know I never gave up. The worst thing I've done is love too much, but I never gave up. 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 I never gave up. When I was a kid, my granddaddy told me, son, you don't look like a Harlan, but if you try hard enough, then one day you might be something. Now I'm 34 with no money. He died a couple years ago, and I'm sorry I never gave up. The worst thing I've done is try too much, but I never gave up. 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 I never gave up. One day when I have kids, I don't think I'll tell them that if they work hard, then one day they'll be something. They won't listen to me anyway, and that's alright. 'Cause one day they'll be gone, and they'll be just like me. I never gave up. The worst thing I did was think too much, but I never gave up. 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 I never gave up. I never gave up.
All I hear is crickets out there, man. I don't hear nobody calling in. That phone number, 720-273-0772. Don't be shy. The CD's not that bad.
If I had one wish, well, I wish I had a home. If I had a second, well, I wish I had a dog. If I had a third wish, well, I wish I had a home. That way if I got the second, I'd have somewhere to throw the ball. Somewhere to throw the ball. With someone who loves me. Loves me. Well, if this is what you want, you can have it. It's just a hat, it's just a jacket. If this is what you want, you can have it. It's just a hat, it's just a jacket. If this is what you want, you can have it. It's just a hat, it's just a jacket. If this is what you want, you can have it. It's just a hat, it's just a jacket. If I had 4 wishes, I wish I had a guitar. Wish I had a bass boat. Wish I had a big old farm. If I had a 5th wish, I wish I had a bar. And if I had a 6th wish, I'd wish for a couple $1 billion. Couple $1 billion. Someone who loves me, loves me. If this is what you want, you can have it. It's just a hat, it's just a jacket. If this is what you want, you can have it. It's just a hat, it's just a jacket. If this is what you want, you can have it. It's just a hat, it's just a jacket. If this is what you want, you can have it. It's just a hat, it's just a jacket.
Richie Blackburn, give me a call. The number's still the same, man, and we'll talk about our date and get you on the show, man.
As I kiss you goodnight, reach for your hand, but there's just an empty space. Your pillow still smells like you. Takes me back in time to mountain walks at sunset. Your hand holding mine. I still keep your picture on the nightstand by our bed. The first thing I see when I wake, the words you never said. You were a fighter, the bravest I've ever known. And every day I face the world with the love you've shown. I cry my eyes out sometimes, wishing you were here. But I see our strolls on the beach, and I feel you near. Your laughter in the mornings, your light in every room. Even broken-hearted, your love helps me bloom. I still keep your picture on the nightstand by our bed. First thing I see when I wake, the words you never said. You were a fighter, the bravest I've ever known. And every day I face the world with the love you've shown. I wish you were still by my side, walking through each day. But your voice and your memory never fade away. Though nights feel lonely, your love is my guide, and I carry you with me wherever I hide. I still keep your picture on the nightstand by our bed. The first thing I see when I wake, the words you never said. You were a fighter, the bravest I've ever known. And every day I face the world with the love you've shown. with a hand-me-down rope riding wild calves, hanging on to hope. County fair lights, cheap old chaps, dreaming about the big time under 10-gallon hats. Started working his way up that famous name chain. Took his lumps, learned to dance with pain. Every ride was a notch in his brain, till he grew into one tough bull riding man. 8 seconds of glory, 8 seconds of pain, riding them devils again and again. From hometown dirt to where legends dwell, he chased his dream through 8 seconds of hell. He rode Bruiser in the stockyards down in Fort Worth, cut his teeth on dust, sweat and dirt. Tamed Red Rock at Old Cheyenne Frontier days. Crowd went wild, they knew that man was one hell of a hand. He drew Bushwhacker down in Houston town. NRG lights and the crowd got loud. By the time he hit 35, there was one bull left to ride. He was broken in blue and walked with a limp. Years had carved that cowboy grin. But legends don't quit, they saddle and yell. When the gate swings open, they give it hell. Madison Square Garden, bright lights and smoke. A bull named Bodacious pawed and broke. 8 seconds of hell, the crowd couldn't tell if he'd make it or die where the legends fell. 8 seconds of glory, 8 seconds of pain. Every scar wrote part of his name. From Fort Worth dirt to the Garden's bell, he rode his dream through 8 seconds of hell. 8 seconds of glory, 8 seconds of pain. Every scar wrote part of his name. From Fort Worth dirt to the Garden's bell, he rode his dream through 8 seconds of hell. He started young, now they all know his name. The boy who climbed the famous bull name chain.
And that was 8 seconds of hell. That's right. Can you imagine riding a bull like Bodacious? That would be pure hell. All right, guys, that's just some songs off of the new CD. If you want to buy one, all you got to do is email me, and that's jeffrichards327 at gmail.com, and I can send that to you. It looks like shipping and everything is going to be right about $10. So $10 bill will get you that CD and sent to you, and I'm going to be sending out the ones. We've sold 10 CDs so far, so that's pretty cool, I thought. Anyway, here's one that I'm working on now. We're still going to fine-tune it a little bit, but we're going to go on to the car side of the genres, and this is kind of a bluesy one. This is called Muscle Car Blues.
Well, my baby's sitting idle out in the drive. Chrome still shining, but she barely alive. Blew a gasket last Sunday, lost that race by 2. Now I'm sitting here wondering what a poor boy's gonna do. Yeah, I got those muscle car blues, busting knuckles and worn out shoes. Gas tank's empty, my wallet too. Lord, I got them old muscle car blues. Heading down the lines come the Saturday night. My 55 highboy's gonna make it right. Gonna line her up next to that be-altered crew and that slick dude's coupe. See what she can do. Now the boys are coming from Fresno town. Say they're gonna take my 55 down, but my motor's big, mean and loud. Gonna keep those wheels stuck to the ground. Yeah, I got those muscle car blues. Can't take my gal out, ain't got no fuel. She loves that rumble, she loves that sound, but my hot rod's quiet, just sitting around. If I could sell this ranch or pawn my shoes, I'd buy a gallon just to chase those blues. Cause when she fires up, man, it's sweet relief. That rumbling thunder shakes my grief. Well, the crowd gets loud when I roll to the line. Shining chrome headers humming fine. One more run and I'll pay my dues. Till then I'm stuck with these muscle car blues. Yeah, I got those muscle car blues, but I ain't giving up on that old V8 tune. One more paycheck and a little more time, my hot rod will roll and that girl will be mine. Cause when that green light flashes under moonlight hues, I'll burn those tires and lose these muscle car blues.
All right, man, that's a little bit of the muscle car blues, a little muscle car blues right there, man, and we're just making it happen for you right here. We're just a little bit early, but I'm going to do one more. This is another one we're working on. Also, if you're from the California area, you might know some of these places. So this is called Cruising California Nights. We're going to go over just a little bit, but that's all right. It's my show. I could do what I want. I could do what I want. Hey, player.
Got my 57 Chevy,
polished up bright, headed down Whittier Boulevard tonight. Chrome shining radio playing real loud. We're rolling through the valley, drawing a crowd. Van Nuys Boulevard, the tires start to squeal. Gas pedal down, you can smell that steel. Bob's big boys jumping burgers on the grill. The jukebox is rocking to that West Coast thrill. We're cruising California nights under them red and yellow lights. Hot rods, T-birds, and old GTOs running wild where the cool wind blows. From Hollywood down to old Modesto streets, living that dream on full chrome feet. Pull up at Mills, grab a Coke and a smile. Harvey's Broilers packed 4 miles. Low riders gliding, candy paint so sweet. Hitting them switches, riding low in the heat. Got Mustangs, Roadrunners, and a Cuda too. Camaro with flames, yeah, the baby's new. We race down PCH just to feel alive. Engine humming, California drive.
night the engines fade, but the memories linger in the songs we made. Every burnout, every neon sign still echoes through that golden time. We're cruising California nights, shining chrome in the pale moonlight. From San Jose down to LA town, we keep those old wheels spinning round. Yeah, the spirit's alive, it'll never die. We're cruising California night. Hey. Yeah. We're cruising California night. Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pedal to the Metal, the podcast where horsepower meets heart. From the shine of collector cars to the roar of race cars and the thunder of monster trucks, we've got it all! So buckle up your seatbelt, turn on the gas, and grab your favorite brew, cause the ride starts now! And now, here's your host, Roller.
Oh, please, keep the applause down. Please. Dick Clark is not on the show tonight.
Roll.
Come on, man. It's just Roller. What's up, babies? How you doing? Y'all are cracking me up over here on the conversation line. This is Cousin Jeff, Uncle Dick Clark's nephew. Y'all making me laugh, man. Making me laugh hard. I tell you what, we had a great weekend, man. We went down to Colorado Springs on Saturday, and we previewed the J. Chimino collection. Guys, I'm telling you what, man, these cars are off the chain, man. Beautiful automobiles. We did some great footage. I had my young lady from Telemundo. She was helping out, and man, it was a lot of fun, man. We had a good time. We seen some cool cars. There was a lot of people there for the previews, and I can't wait for the auction on Saturday, man. It's going to be pretty cool. It really is. It's going to be an online auction, and if you guys are interested, I'm going to go ahead and give you just a little bit of information on it here, but we'll start here in a minute with the show. But anyway, the auction starts October the 25th at 10 o'clock. This is an online absolute auction for the J. Chimino car collection. Please go to my website at pedaltothemetal.com or my Facebook, not my website, but go to there and you can check out some of the cars when we did the filming and stuff like that. And some of these automobiles were just totally fabulous. The white 57 Chevy convertible, oh man, what I wouldn't give to have that car. I mean, that car was just beautiful. The El Morocco, it was a great looking car, but man, I mean, it's really rare, but the 57 convertible, hands down, one of the coolest cars in the building. The tailgater, it was pretty cool too, man. 51 Chevy, 5-window, split window in the front. So much, 7 years it took him to build this truck, man. And, it's got, you can roll up to any football game or monster truck or show or whatever, man. And you can pull out the grill and got the ice box with a cold beer in it and stuff. And got the TV screen that goes up in the air, man. Jay just outdid himself on that one, and his mechanics talked to us. Ernie is his mechanic, and he talked to us about the truck, and it took 7 years to build that truck, man, but just really cool. I mean, they did more things. The truck basically started and they put it on a 57 Corvette chassis. And they have a 57 Corvette in the sale, and so the tailgater and the 57 Corvette are brother and sister, because the frame out of the 57, which is now a resto mod and has a resto mod frame in it, is underneath the tailgater. So they shortened the truck. They did all kinds of things. They took sides off of a Suburban and put it on there. And I mean, this truck has had more work done on it than I don't know, man. Maybe $100 hooker. I'm just telling you. That's what I said. That's what I said. But I'm just meaning this thing is just beautiful. All the cars are really nice. They have a Town and Country there that's phenomenal. But go to Pedal to the Metal and check them out, man. You can see the interviews and stuff, and you can see the young lady from Telemundo. And it's just a great time, man. But tonight on the show, we're gonna have Tony Maderaazzo, yo G's going to be in the house, man, and we're going to be talking about the Monster X tour, and we're going to be talking about his trip to Egypt, and he's a diver, and man, he goes all over the world, and he dives in the coolest places, and he's also building a Thunderbird, and man, I mean, this guy has got his toe in a little bit of everything, so this is going to be a great show, so I'm glad you guys are tuning in. If you got some friends that want to hear about it, the Kardashians were in. Oh, Sean Green, I love you, my brother. I love you to death, brother. I do, man. Jiro is your hero, huh? Well, I tell you what, you can call in and you can talk to your hero tonight if you want, Sean Green, guaranteed. But we're going to find out what's next year, what's up with the Monster X tour next year, and what their schedule's looking like, and how everything's going, and we're going to try to pry a little information out of him and stuff. But he'll be calling in at 7:15, and we'll be having a $100 hooker. Wasn't that Oh, we got our buddy on there, Texas Rich. He's on here, man, and he's finally got out of the old place, and he's in the new studio. Well, he's not in the studio yet. He's got it kind of set up, but he's in the new apartment, and it's kind of like a Viva Las Vegas, I mean, it's pretty cool, man, and I think I'm going to get a video tour maybe sometime tomorrow, but he's got to go over there and get some more stuff out of there and stuff. But yeah, it's going to be a good time, and I'm so happy for him, man, because he was stressing out there at the end, We stopped at a hooker now. I'm hungry. Sean Green, give me some gator bites, would you, Sean? Send me some gator bites right fast, man. I could go for some gator bites, Sean Green. But no, we're gonna talk to Rich on the thing. But also a good friend of mine's on here. I haven't seen him or talked to him in a long time. Richie Blackburn, a monster truck driver extraordinaire. We're going to get him on the show. He's building a new monster truck, and he's building a ride truck. And so, man, I really look forward to talking to him about what's going on and stuff like that. And, the show's designed for... it's designed for whatever, man. We want to talk about monster trucks, we're going to talk about monster trucks. We want to talk about classic cars, we talk about classic cars, and if we want to talk about music, we talk about music. It don't make no difference, man. This is I'm kind of like a Johnny Carson, you know what I mean? I just need an Ed McMahon to go with me. So anybody wants to be my Ed McMahon, my wingman, you can kind of hang out here, and we can kind of hi-yo and all that good stuff, but anyway, man, I guess I probably ought to pay a couple of bills before we get started with the show, and before Tony calls in. He's got about 5 more minutes, so we're going to go ahead and hear from the sponsors, pay some bills. We'll be right back. This is Pedal to the Metal, and I'm a young Ed McMahon and Johnny Carson. Hey, lug nuts, need pick-me-up to start your day? Then it's time to go to Rise and Grind. At Rise and Grind Coffee in Parker, Colorado, you'll find everything from bold espressos to creamy lattes to refreshing chai teas and smoothies. Whether you love it regular or decaf, we've got the perfect cup waiting for you. Hungry? Grab a hot breakfast burrito and a fresh muffin to go with your drink. And don't forget to check in on our merchandise. Perfect gift for any coffee lover. Planning on an event? Rise and Grind brings coffee to you with our family-equipped portable coffee trailer. Perfect for weddings, meetings, celebrations of any kind. Stop by 475 Singing Hills Road in Parker or give us a call at 480-212-3787. That's 480-212-3787. Rise and Grind Coffee, fueling your day one cup at a time. The J. Cimino collection of classic cars out of Colorado Springs is selling at auction on Saturday, October 25th. This collection ranges from Mustangs to T-Birds, Corvettes to Bel Airs, original classics to one-of-a-kind customs. This fine collection will sell at auction at no reserve. In addition to the Cimino collection, the auction will feature other outstanding classic cars from across the Northern Rock. 80-plus cars are expected to cross the auction block. This is an online auction via live webcast, allowing you to bid in real time on each lot offered from the convenience of your phone, computer, or tablet. A preview of the Cimino collection will be held Saturday, October 18th in Colorado Springs. Auction bidding begins 10 a.m. Saturday, October 25th. View all the cars, consign your car, register to bid, and get all the details at www.classiccarauction.us or give them a call at 406-698-7930. That's 406-698-7930. Hey Lugnuts, take a look at our new partner, 69 Graphics and Design, a smart design and marketing company big on personalized service. They work close with you to get your business noticed with graphics that stand out and get attention. 69 Design focuses on stickers, decals, and graphics for your hot rods, custom projects, or business marketing. 69 Design also includes logo design, brochures, signs, business cards, banners, custom apparel, vehicle graphics, and much more. Remember, that's 6 for the number 9, graphics and design. Or go to 69design.com or find them on Instagram at 69design. Hey, we're back. That's right, we're back. Anyway, I'm your Huckleberry. I'm going to Huckleberry you, man. That's what I'm going to do, boy, I tell you what. And I wrote down that C10 Blues. Could be a song. You know what I mean? Could be a song. But anyway, guys, we're going to be having a good phone call here in just a minute, man, from Tony Maderaazzo. We'd like to thank all of the folks at Jesse Scott Crafts and Creations. He's got a studio, and he builds these really cool lights. He builds this graphic here. It's a light, and it's my Pedal to the Metal logo, and you turn it on and it lights up. And he also builds these really cool big giant spark plugs, man. And if you're looking for some kind of a gift for that hot rodder in your life, or maybe you want to have something to advertise your business with or something, he can put your logo on any of this stuff. He can do your logo on this one. He can put your logo on here. But man, these things are pretty cool. They're all light up, and they really, really look good, man. So if you're interested in talking to Jesse, you can go to www.jessescott.com or give him a call at 715-721-5999. Or see him on Facebook. That's Jesse Scott, Crafts and Creations. Also, guys, we got the lug nut stickers out, man. We have the new official Pedal to the Metal sticker. It's out. Give us a call, man. We can get you sent some of those. Also, we have some Rolling with Roller and Derek stickers still. If you're at a car show and you want a sticker, man, we got it. And we got G on the phone. The G-Man is on the phone. Let's see what he's up to here, man. Yo, G, what's up, G? In the house! What are you doing, my brother?
Oh, I just working on my truck. Just changed out all LED lights and stuff all over. So, you know.
You're like a man with many, many hats, my brother.
Earlier today, I was over at Woods. We put the amp-powered steps on the truck, so, it's been a car day.
Well, that's all right. There ain't nothing wrong with a car day. I mean, a car day's a good day, man. Any day you can work on a car and have fun. That's what it's all about, man,
That's right.
So, thank you, number one, and it was just kind of cool that you were on the show that night when I was going to call you and kind of see if we could get you on and stuff, and it worked out really good. So, I want to talk a little bit about everything tonight, bro. So,
Sure.
First of all, guys, Tony and I have spent a good portion of our lives together on the road with the Monster X tour and traveling all around and, just doing monster truck spectaculars, man. I'll tell you what, it was a great ride. I just love it. And I'm lucky enough to be able to still be with them and do one show a year. And of course, G knows if you ever need somebody to fill in, all he's got to do is pick up the phone. If I ain't busy, man, I'm there for him. So, but let's talk about Monster X Tour, bro, and tell me, how's it going? How was the season this year?
We're still in it. We found ourselves going kind of later into the year. Typically we would stop just before Thanksgiving. Now we're going to about that second week of December, and we're even doing shows on Thanksgiving weekend as families. They shop differently now, and so they're all together hanging out, looking for stuff to do. So we're still in it. Season's been going good. A lot of new stops, a lot of old, repetitive stops where we've been seeing generations of the same family of fans. So that's always exciting. It's probably one of the things we love the most. But yeah, things are great.
Man, I'll tell you what. Danny started. How long has Monster X been around now? I mean, how many years has it been in business?
Monster X has been in business now. Let's see. My daughter is 13, so 14 years.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that. I was going to say 12, but I think you're right, because I can remember when me, you, and Danny kicked it off, man. And it just started out, and man, it's just grown so much, and it's just such a fun show. It's such an energetic show. The trucks and everything, it's just I just love being a part of it, man. And I'm proud to sport the X, man. Proud to sport the X, guaranteed.
Absolutely. There's only a few that do, actually, if you want to think about it. But those that have it on them permanently, that's definitely something that we don't take too lightly, for sure.
Guaranteed, man. So, what are some of the shows, Tony? Where are we going to be this for the rest of the year?
We're kind of on the West Coast now, primarily, as the weather really, starts to get just about perfect out over here. That's kind of where we land. We're going to be next weekend. We're in Turlock, California. We do shift a little bit the weekend after that. On November 1st, we're kicking off in Belton, Texas.
Wow.
Doing an indoor venue there at the Cadence Arena. Just definitely something we're excited. First time that the tour is making the stop there. So we're very excited about that. And then we hit the run of in California and this West Coast where we love Lancaster, California, over at the Antelope Valley Fairgrounds.
Love Lancaster, man. Love Lancaster.
The wind, once you get used to it, but outside of that, it's just about perfect, right?
It's the truth. It is the truth, man. Yeah, it is definitely a win. And Sean Green's on there, and number one, he said, G-Ro, where is my shirt? You owe me one. And then he said, Belton, Texas is a big arena, lots of room.
It is, and like I said, we're really excited to be putting on a show there. We're bringing 8 monster trucks, freestyle motocross. So the X doesn't come light when we bring it. So definitely have a big, exciting show coming.
What's your lineup looking like for Belton, Texas?
We've got a pretty good lineup. We've got 4 throttle monsters that are coming. If you follow monster trucks at all, that they don't play either. when they show up there. So there's going to be a lot of thrilling action with those 4 trucks alone coming. We also have, we're bringing West Coast set because the West Coast is empty that particular weekend. We're bringing Lone Wolf and Boss Gator. We're sending them from the West Coast over to Belton to be 2 of our trucks. And, I had a guy begging me for get in. A previous promoter never let him run that show for whatever reason. And Thomas Timmons is going to be running his truck. I believe he's kicking and screaming. I don't know if he's got a new name yet or not. But Thomas has been excited to run that event for years. So I wouldn't hold him back from what he's going to be able to do out there.
Sounds like it's going to be a good time, man. I got a buddy down there, lives close down there by Texas Rich. He has C10 America, man. So Rich, if you can make it over to Belton, you need to go see that show, man. It's a good show, guaranteed. It'll be awesome.
and Rich, I'll personally be there, Roller. So I'm flying out there. So anything that we need to do, just let me know.
Perfect, man. I understand exactly what that means, and I'll explain that to my buddy Rich. But he's moving right now. He's getting ready to move into his new studio for his new podcast and move into his new apartment and stuff. So I don't know if he's going to be able to make it, but if he can, man, Rich, we'll get you hooked up down there and get you into the show, man, and check it out for sure. But
we've got 2 shows on that Saturday, the 1st. As you know, we keep that matinee. Great time for the kiddos, and then that all-out gangbuster evening edition on Saturday. So, it's bound to be something else.
Right. Now, Richie Blackburn's on here, and he said he was there many years ago with CFP, so must be a nice arena, man. There's been a lot of people that have been down there before.
Like I said, he has had that date for years, and they decided to make a change, and we're just very excited to be the ones that they decided to take that partnership into the coming years with.
Well, good. So, Tony, you've got all kinds of hats with the Monster X Tour, man. I mean, if you're not the box office and the main guy, you're down there helping build the tracks. You even announce shows, man. What's the announcing like for you, brother?
I'll be honest. In all the years, I've had a lot of great voices of the tours. You were the original one, of course. And so I've been blessed. I've really just stolen bits and pieces, from the very beginnings of you. Jason Ellens has an amazing flow to his events, and really Mike Fonders. I've got to give a shout out to Mike. The knowledge that man has that he puts out into the show. I don't even think the fans, when they come, are prepared to take in the history of Monster Truck that man can give out as he announces a show.
I'll guarantee you, man, that's really the truth. Mike is definitely a plethora of knowledge, man, with the Monster Trucks. So he's going to be your main announcer down there?
I do believe that Mike is coming out, so the fans will definitely get a lot of knowledge. And like I said, I've just kind of taken these bits and pieces, the way maybe you guys have said something or brought something, to light, and then just keep it happy, keep it positive, keep everybody in that spirit of that fan-friendly, fun show that we're putting on in front of them.
And G, that's something that's so very important as an announcer. You carry the show more than you really realize. I mean, they're there to watch the monster trucks and stuff, but when that show's down or there's something happening, it's that monster truck driver's job. I mean, that announcer's job to really get in there and keep that crowd pumped up, man. And kudos for you realizing that, man, because it's very, very important job.
Well, for sure. I mean, as we know, these things are so loud, so powerful that an announcer really can't talk while they're running. I mean, he shouldn't be, or he's going to be straining his voice. So the only time that he is speaking and showcasing things and explaining is when they're not running. So you're right, you hit it on the head. If something goes wrong, if there is a mechanical error or there's a flow error, it's really on the announcer to keep that event upbeat. So I've always respected what announcers do. I merely mimic when I have to fill those shoes. But, and again, that's the fun part of dealing with the fans. To be honest, I think we all say it time and time again. As cool as it is, the reason we do it is for those fans, to see the kids, the wonder in their eyes. And I mean that from the 5-year-old to the 50-year-old that's out there. It's that same look that they have.
It's the truth, Tony. And there's nothing better than the repeat fans, It's just like when I used to do the show down in Texas in, just outside of Lubbock there. God, why did I forget the name of the damn town? Come on.
Abilene?
Abilene. I had my rowdies, and they started out one year. They were helping me keep the show going and keeping the fans running, and so I gave them each a hood from one of the cars, and then the next year they were back, and then there was some more rowdies, so I had to get a couple of more hoods. But the best thing about it is they would bring these hoods through the autograph line at the end of the show, and they would want everybody to sign them and stuff like that. But they became part of the show because the crowd expected the rowdies to be there, man. They those kind of people, we love them as announcers because it's a great energy to feed off of, and to get it's kind of like having your motorsports clown at the show, but these guys are up in the audience, man. It's awesome.
No, for sure. Sure. But it's funny, we talk about monster trucks, but I do you remember how we first met?
Tony, God, let's see. Was it at Stanley's auction?
It sure was. It still involved cars.
Yes,
course.
exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
I mean, and you've got a love for the automobile, man. I mean, you're working right now on a T-Bird, and it's got a lot of family history, man. Talk about this T-Bird right fast.
So it's not exactly a car that maybe people think of when they look at me, right, and what we do, but it's a 1956 Ford Thunderbird.
Baby Bird.
It's the Baby Bird. It is a beautiful, beautiful car. Most everything I own is black. My motorcycles are black and cars are black. This is peacock blue.
That was the original color, though, right?
That is the original color, peacock blue, white, got that porthole hardtop. It's a beautiful car. My aunt was the second owner of that car and owned that car for about 30 years when she finally decided to move to Italy. And so that car stayed behind. And I pretty much begged her to let me buy that car. And it's been almost maybe 6 or 7 years ago, she finally let me buy that car from her. And we've been in a full-blown restoration in it, frame off. You discover all the history and the errors that have happened in that car. We had when we took it down and to powder coat that frame and bring it back to, it had a crack in it. We had to weld it and, make sure its structure was right. When we stripped the body down, we found that there was damage, which I thought the car was perfect. And, call my aunt up, hey, what happened? Oh, yeah, a fruit truck backed into me and, it did some damage and we got it fixed. And, well, they didn't fix it right. So,
right.
When it comes to these cars, it's tough. I almost feel like a keeper of time.
Right.
And I say that because they're not easy cars to own. They're not easy cars to drive. We're not talking about power windows, power steering. There's not a lot of power. It's got a 10-gallon fuel tank in it.
Right.
You're not going very far.
No, not at all.
But somebody has to carry that on. The cars are cool. It is by far, I've driven a lot of cars. I've had the privilege and the honor of being around some amazing automobiles and to get to drive them. And people stop you. The top's not on it, so they can look right at you and talk to you. And they want to interact with you so bad because they're just blown away by this car of what they're seeing. They don't see it very often, and the color is so amazing. And so that's what kind of drew me to it. And so we're getting close. We're at the interior part of it now. We're getting very, very close. I'm like 6 years into this thing. And so it's all original. It's all numbers matching. I'm very proud of that. We've kept it we've kept it very original as much as we can, except, I converted. I mean, I want to drive this car. I put air conditioning in it. I put disc brakes on the front, coilovers, to make it as comfortable as I can, but we've kept it as true as possible.
Well, the originality is most important, but then the new comfort when you're building these cars nowadays, with all the availability of aftermarket parts and different things like that, why wouldn't you give that car a better ride? Give it something that it really deserves, that when you're driving it, you can enjoy it. Because like you said, those cars are not a lot of fun to drive, and especially the way that they were set up back in the day with the bias ply tires and all that stuff, and now with the coilovers you're putting on it and the good disc brakes, it's going to stop good, it's going to ride good, man, and it's going to be a pleasure to drive. You're just going to have to make sure you have a lot of money on you, and you stop at a lot of gas stations. That's all.
You got to stop at a lot of gas stations. Yeah, when they were like, hey, the fuel tank had a little bit of issues or whatever, and like, we need to put a new one in. 10 gallons is all you get. I mean, there's no modifying that.
There's not
getting any more in it. So, it's going to be fun. Like I said, original engine. Of course, it's been all gone through original transmission. I'm excited. We're getting close. I drove the car for a little bit before I made the decision, and so I'm excited to have it back again. And we're close. But and then of course I've already got the next project lined up.
What's the next project, bro?
Well, at the time, my aunt's best friend also bought a 1959 Corvette.
Oh yeah.
So that's the next project. She's told me that I can't get it from her. I cannot purchase it until the T-Bird's done. And so that's the next one on the horizon to get and start once we complete the T-Bird.
Now, are you going to keep the Corvette original and everything too?
I've thought about it a lot. Obviously, when you look at the car market and you see what, the resto mods do.
Resto mods are doing pretty good money, man.
But again, as I see myself as a keeper of the classic car, I'm not in it for how much can I make on this car? I don't plan on selling the cars. I hope to keep them in my family. And so I do. I want to keep it as original as possible. We'll see once we get the car what all we actually have to do to it. From what I understand, it still runs, drives. Everything seems to be there. But we're talking a fiberglass body. I see it every once in a while when I go over there. I tell her, "What are you doing with my car?" Every so often I'll go and it's in the garage and there's banker boxes on top of it. And I kind of yell at her a little bit and go take them off. And
yeah, exactly. Now, what color is the car?
It's not red. What color is that? It's red, but not.
It's like a Roman red.
I know. It's a little orangey.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. But it's still a cool color, man.
It is. It's an automatic. An automatic. This is when she bought it. It was in the Peterson Auto Museum at one point in time. So it's got a little heritage to it as well. So I'm real as excited as I am to. My wife's not a fan of this whole idea, but as excited as I am to complete the T-Bird, I'm just as excited to get my hands on the Corvette and start that project. I think what we're going to try to do is just go through it, see how mechanically sound it is. Do a real good detail on it, buff it out, see what we get out of that body, and just how. I don't know if we'll do a frame off on it. She's kept it really, really well. But we'll see. Until you really get your hands on a car, you don't know.
So what is the completion date for the Thunderbird? When are you thinking it's going to be done?
Soon, within 6 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's...
And I think one of the things I'm most excited about, my aunt does not come back from Italy very often now. She doesn't have to, but I'd really love for her to drive that car at least one more time.
Oh, that'd be so cool. Now, how old is she, Tony?
I she's older than, I think she just had her 70th or 71st birthday.
Oh man, what a joy to come back and to be able to hop in a car like that and just enjoy it and just have the past, remember the good times that she had with the car and stuff, and kudos for you for taking the car and keeping the originality of it, man. That's gonna be so
and
cool.
this was her daily driver. I mean, she owned it for 30 years and drove it every day.
Wow.
So I won't be able to do the same, but I will definitely drive it. But it's funny, as much as you love cars of all kinds, that then we go into a sport that destroys them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I can remember back in the day starting out, when Monsters and stuff with Stanley, before I even started with Danny, man, there were some cars in those lines that we crushed, and it was just like, oh, what are we doing? Why can't we keep that car? Why can't we take that car home with us? Because, but that's what they were. Those big old square bodies were ones that were the best for the monster trucks, man.
And you look back at all those old videos and doing it now, and how hard it is to find the good car. I mean, we hit these things and they just obliterate. I mean, go on. Cars are made out of plastic.
Yeah.
And I did see, I was a part of some of the events, but when you really go back and watch them, and they would have like 10, 12 car race lanes. It's like, why did you use so many of them up?
Yeah. You could have saved some or done something, And I would imagine there was some cool ones that maybe got saved by somebody somehow or something like that. But yeah, I mean, those cars were a dime a dozen back in the day. That's all we had.
Sure. Yeah.
That's all we had. Well, Tony, just hang on for a second. I got to pay some bills right fast, and we'll be back with you in just a minute, guys. This is Pedal to the Metal. We're talking to the G-Man himself, man, from Monster X Tour. This is Roller. We'll be back in a minute. Hey, lug nuts. Need pick me up to start your day? Then it's time to go to Rise and Grind. At Rise and Grind Coffee in Parker, Colorado, you'll find everything from bold espressos to creamy lattes to refreshing chai teas and smoothies. Whether you love it regular or decaf, we've got the perfect cup waiting for you. Hungry? Grab a hot breakfast burrito and a fresh muffin to go with your drink. And don't forget to check in on our merchandise. Perfect gift for any coffee lover. Planning on an event? Rise and Grind brings coffee to you with our family-equipped portable coffee trailer. Perfect for weddings, meetings, celebrations of any kind. Stop by at 475 Singing Hills Road in Parker or give us a call at 480-212-3787. That's 480-212-3787. Rise and Grind Coffee, fueling your day one cup at a time. The J. Cimino collection of classic cars out of Colorado Springs is selling at auction on Saturday, October 25th. This collection ranges from Mustangs to T-Birds, Corvettes to Bel Airs, original classics to one-of-a-kind customs. This fine collection will sell at auction at no reserve. In addition to the Cimino collection, the auction will feature other outstanding classic cars from across the Northern Rock. 80-plus cars are expected to cross the auction block. This is an online auction via live webcast, allowing you to bid in real time on each lot offered from the convenience of your phone, computer, or tablet. A preview of the Cimino collection will be held Saturday, October 18th in Colorado Springs. Auction bidding begins 10 a.m. Saturday, October 25th. View all the cars, consign your car, register to bid, and get all the details at www.classiccarauction.us or give them a call at 406-698-7930. That's 406-698-7930. Hey, lug nuts, take a look at our new partner, 69 Graphics and Design, a small design and marketing company big on personalized service. They work close with you to get your business noticed with graphics that stand out and get attention. 69 Design focuses on stickers, decals, and graphics for your hot rods, custom projects, or business marketing. 69 Design also includes logo design, brochures, signs, business cards, banners, custom apparel, vehicle graphics, and much more. Remember, that's 6 and the number 9 Graphics and Design. Or go to 69design.com or find them on Instagram at 69design. All right, guys, we're back. We just had to pay a few bills. You know how that is, Tony, don't you?
Sure do.
You got to pay a few bills every once in a while, man, and that's all there is to it. But no, guys, we're talking to Tony Maderaazzo from Monster X Tour, and we're just talking a little bit about everything, man. So, Tony, I'm so glad to hear the cars and stuff are coming along good in your life and stuff. How's the family? Everybody good in the family?
Family's doing good. I've got them from all ages, just like everything else, but most of them are still in school and doing good. And I got one more that's about to start next year, but that's what keeps life going. So
Enzo is getting ready to start school.
He will be. We did put him in preschool the year before, but we gave him a break this year. And next year he'll be starting kindergarten.
Gee, I even feel older now than I did when I first woke up this morning. I can't believe that, man. It just goes by so fast, doesn't it?
It sure does. It sure does. You got to enjoy every single minute of it, because you just, as we've learned, in the blink of an eye, entire lives can change.
It really can. Not guaranteed tomorrow in any time or shape or form, man.
No.
Not at all. But now, guys, not only is he a monster truck extraordinaire, not is he a classic car extraordinaire, but this man is a diver, and he goes all over. He's been to some cool places, and he just got back from, I believe it's Egypt. Is that correct?
I did. I was just in Egypt and got to see that. I'll tell you, I got to go right to it because it's funny the way you set it up. The coolest part of my trip is I did a wreck dive in the Red Sea, and there was a world, one of the war, it was a British ship that was sunk underneath, and we went and dove it, and all of the Triumph motorcycles that were inside the trucks.
Oh, man.
I was just blown away. The sheer size of this thing when you're going through, and you go through where a door was, and you can see 6 huge like flatbed trucks with they're lined up in the back bed of it, and there's 8 motorcycles in the bed of each one, and you're just like floating right over the top of them.
Oh man, that is it's like one of the ones that you say, maybe I could just pick it up and take it with me or something, my heart ached there were so many under. Now they were going into they were going to be servicing in the war and stuff. They might not have been as pristine, but my heart melted to see all those. So even in scuba diving, I still find a way to get some wheels involved in there. So what was it like diving in this ship, man? I mean, take us through how far down, what it was like when you first approached the ship, when you went through the doors. Of course, you've seen the cars, but I mean, kind of give us from boat to ship and all that.
So it was pretty cool that they did that particular dive over 2 dives. So when you recreational dive, you usually dive, max time is about an hour, and that's just to kind of keep things under control. So the first dive was all perimeter. We went around it. We saw the cannons, and you could see, it was a warship. So it had cannons, and you'd see the crates of the artillery still kind of sitting there in the water and still in that bundle, but the crate had been, eroded away over time. They even had like locomotive parts that were part of this thing. So off on the one side, there's part of a locomotive. I mean, that part was just absolutely insane as things were broken apart and pulled. And so you're down about 100 feet.
Wow.
Yeah, which, I mean, anybody that scuba dives really, once you get kind of underneath 30, it all kind of feels the same as long as there's light. So yes, it's kind of deep, but not terribly. And then we came back up and reset. We had to have a surface interval and get all of our gear and stuff ready again. And then we did another dive, and that is where we breached. We went inside of the wreck, and that was super, super cool. It's the closest to flying like I can ever explain. When you go over something that you walk through. When you're over the top of anything, or let's say you go into where there's a bathroom or you're in showers and you're literally just hovering over it. It's like flying.
Wow, that's crazy. So, what drove you to become a diver?
Yeah, so once again, all of our connections in our lives go right back to Monster Truck. I met two gentlemen. Years ago, we had purchased a company called Tebow Entertainment. They had a handful of events in the Southeast. And when we acquired that business, we were fortunate enough that the team that Bo had in place decided to stay on, and that is where we met a lot of good gentlemen that are in this sport, but particularly for me, Jason Ellens.
Great guy, my brother.
Yeah. and of course, let's not forget Sean, who you just did Colorado Springs.
Another, my brother from another mother too, man. Both of them, I love them. I love them to death, man. They're just great guys.
So, these guys, they'd been best friends for, kind of like Danny and I, 30 plus years and done everything together. And they, Sean Hearn and Jason Ellens, they kind of worked at a scuba dive shop. As another hat, they did that. They enjoyed it. And it was like, hey, why don't you give it a shot? I fell in love with it. And now Jason and I, if we don't have enough things to do, we plan trips, destination vacations and trips for scuba divers, and we just cater to them. It's called Born to Dive. You can go to borntodive.life, and we go all over the world. We've got Cozumel coming up. We're going to Fiji. We've been just all over the world, and we give that ultimate experience, take care of everything for them, just door to shore, facilitate. But again, we're enjoying the vacations too. I take my family with me when I can. I just got the girls certified last year when we went to Belize. And we've encompassed, Brett Mason was another announcer of us. We got him and his family involved. He's super busy now with 2 Extreme. But he wasn't able to come, and we've seen less and less of him. But, we definitely like each other so much that even when we vacation or go do other stuff, we're fine with doing it together too.
Right. Well, I mean, and that's Jason's, one of Jason's businesses is doing this diving trip, right?
That's right. So Jason and I now do that.
Okay, so you're involved in the business too. Okay.
Yep. When Sean lived in Jacksonville, Florida, where Jason lives, and he decided to move to Colorado Springs, he decided to just step away. We had a dive shop there. COVID kind of ruined all that. And so we decided to just kind of spin off the travel. It was always, we have a good group of people. Sometimes we take 60 people.
That's amazing.
From all over the United States. I've got friends and stuff from Oregon that come now. We've got friends in Tennessee, just all over. I mean, so it's just great that we all get together and again still do what we love and catch up. And as you know, friends, it doesn't matter how long you've been apart. The moment you see each other, you pick right up where you left off.
And that's the best thing about it, man. That's the best thing about it right there. That's true friendship for sure, my brother. And that's how we are, man. I mean, we might go for not seeing each other for 8 months, but the minute we see each other, bam, it's back on again, and it's just a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun.
That's right.
So, your ultimate dive place, the best place you've ever been, and the most fascinating thing you ever done?
The Philippines. I've been 3 times. I would go again at a heartbeat if it was suggested again. And the reason is when you're underneath the water, there's a couple factors that take up. Water temp, obviously, you don't want to be cold underneath there. Nobody wants to dive the Pacific.
Right.
Which, when we went to Hawaii, of course, Jason and I went and did some diving when we were there. But, we'll talk about Hawaii in a little bit. But so the water temp's good. The clarity, how far you can see, how crystal clear it is really when you're underneath there. And then the life, the color and the corals. Now, I'm not much of a what fish is that. There are people that's what they get into. But when you go underneath the water and you can see like you're inside of a fish tank. And that's exactly what I can explain it as.
Right.
It is like a fish tank is completely around you, all the colors, all the life, all the fish. It was just amazing. And every dive was like that.
Well, that's cool, man. I've never, because I think there's things in the ocean that'll eat you.
There are. There are.
And I'm just not really wanting to be a fish dinner. Number one, I don't eat fish, so I got to have a mutual agreement with these fish right here. I don't eat you, you don't eat me,
You don't eat me.
and that doesn't work out. So, so like, what happens when you see like this big shark and this shark's coming at you, and you're like, oh man, this could be my last time here underwater.
So it is really kind of not true. I mean, they don't really want to bother you. They don't think anything really too much about you, unless you're going to be going after them or spooking them, right? So I've dove in the Bahamas on a shark dive with 35-foot tiger sharks that look so terrifying. No problem at all. We play with nurse sharks and lemon sharks. You literally can pet their bellies. I'm not saying you do that with a great white. I'm not saying that at all. But they really are just doing their thing underneath there, and so that you're not their priority at all.
Well, does maybe I can get a hold of Jason. Maybe I can have him on the show too, because that's another thing I want to do. I want to have my announcer buddies on and stuff like that. And I'd love to talk to him more about the diving and stuff like that. So I definitely want to get him on and get him on the show and talk to him.
I'm sure he'd love to be on.
Yeah, I think we can definitely. I think I can make that call and make that happen. But so Monster X Tour. Got any plans to go to Hawaii where you can, mix a little business and a little pleasure at the same time?
Ever since 2019, when we rocked that place, I mean, it is still an accolade that I've been a part of that I hold dear. They did top 10 events attended in the last 30 years, and Monster X holds 1, 2, and 3.
Wow.
We beat out Bruno Mars and the guys from there.
Well, that's exactly it. So, G, I got to ask you one question, okay? I mean, I worked with you guys forever. We always talked about Hawaii, but the minute I retire, then you guys go to Hawaii. What's up with that, man? Where's the love? Where's the love?
Well, you certainly could have came, because there was another guy that came out of retirement to go there, and that would be Dan Runte. He said he would drive. He was already done driving. Already done. That came up for Bigfoot, and Dan said, I'm going. And we said, we couldn't buy Dan the ticket fast enough.
Right, man. I tell you what, bud, and that's another thing too, Tony. I definitely want to have you, because we're going to do a tribute show to Dan. Larry and I are still it's kind of rough, man, because we were so close with him and stuff, and so we're letting a little time heal. But we're going to do a show, and it's going to be a tribute show where everybody calls in and just tell your favorite Dan Runte story, and then get off the phone and let somebody else call in. We're lucky enough to be able to take 2 phone callers at a time, so Larry will be on the line, and then we can mix and match and make it work. But yeah, what a tragedy that was to lose such a iconic driver, man. Just a great man. Well,
I think remove that from it. I mean, that's how we know him. That's how most of the public know him.
Right.
But if you stripped Dan Runte from a monster truck driver, you could still do hours and hours of shows of just about the guy. And that's the best part about the healing process. When you've got somebody like that, I guarantee you we will find out. I'm all for being a part of that. When you tell different stories and you hear different stories, it'll be like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. But it'll be just like, what? This happened, or what did he do here? Because, when you've got a guy like that. You ever see the guy with a frown? I mean,
no, never.
Never.
Always had a laugh. Always had a smile.
The biggest smile. I see him. Well, again, that's a whole nother show. But I've seen him in the worst mechanical situation possible. and would have to work all night, and he'd still have a smile on his face doing it.
Yeah. I tell the story, and we should save this, but I can still say it again. But I tell the story about the first time I met him. It was in Alexandria, Louisiana, and he was down there, and he was in the Hot Wheels truck, and he did a soft rollover. I mean, just a real soft rollover, and laid it on its side. And he got out and he did the interview, and he was so upset that, number one, he disappointed the Bigfoot fans in the audience, and number two, that he maybe damaged the Bigfoot name. And I was like, dude, this is what happens in the monster truck business, man. I mean, this is what happens. I mean, these things get rolled over. I said, we turned the truck over. There's nothing wrong with it. You don't even have to work on it tonight, But I mean, that's the passion that he had for the drive, the show, the fans. He was all about that. But the best thing about it is you and I got to know the Dan after the show.
For sure.
And that's one of the best things in the world that there was, man, to know Dan Runte as just a person, and that's all there is to it.
Absolutely.
Guaranteed. So, well, Tony, I tell you what, man, I really, really appreciate you being on the show tonight, man. And is there anything else that you want to share with us, or anything coming up that you want to tell us, or that you can tell us, or something like that?
We're always looking. The only thing I could say is to pay attention. If you don't follow us on Facebook, we run a couple of different tours now. We could talk about the late great John Borba. We were fortunate enough to acquire WGAS Motorsports before he passed the beginning of the year. He's another legend in what we do. But to run the tours that we have, we do have quite a bit. We want to add to that and expand. But we are always working on bringing monster trucks back to Hawaii and to the reaches that they've never been before. We were just in El Salvador. It's the first time monster trucks had ever been there. We made it a part of going back to Nicaragua. But I think that's what, the innovation, what Danny really looks forward to is bringing that level of entertainment, bringing what we love to people that haven't. I mean, everybody can watch it on TV. And we're very fortunate in America. I mean, where I live, I think I've got 5-6 different monster truck shows that I can go to in a year here.
Yeah.
But we like to go where fans, they don't. They are excited. And the fact that we go there and we bring it, and we don't scale it back. I mean, we bring what we know. That's what we're kind of doing. So I would say continue to see that out of all of our brands of tours in the coming year. It's what we strive for. And, you just got to stay tuned and follow what we do.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys, if you're wanting to go to a great event, man, make sure you do follow them on Facebook and stuff, and just go to one of the Monster X Tour shows, man. They're outstanding shows. They're high energy. They're just a great, as Stanley Torgerson used to say, they are monster truck spectaculars. And if you leave them wanting more, they'll be back next year, man. And it's such a true statement, because you can hear it in the autograph lines, and they'll say, God, I wish you guys would have ran a little bit more or whatever, but we're coming back next year. We've already got our tickets or something like that, so it's a high energy show, guys, and I definitely want you guys to try to catch a Monster X Tour show if it's close by you. For sure. So anyway, G, give my love to the family, man. Give them all big hugs and kisses for me, man, and tell them I love them. And I want to get Danny and the boys on, because I've been kind of following the boys a little bit, and they're doing amazing in the racing and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things I want to do with this show, and I just appreciate you so much, being on and stuff like that. And I know you'll tell people about it and stuff, and just help me make it grow, man. That's what I ask.
As you know enough people, whatever you need, all you got to do is ask. They'll be there.
That's the truth, man. That's one thing good about it, man. I'll guarantee you that the love of everybody in the monster truck world is strong. So, Tony, I appreciate you very much, man. And you're welcome on the show anytime. And all you got to do is, if you got a problem and you need somebody, all you got to do is pick up the phone and call me, man. I'll be there for you.
Same here. Thanks for having me, Roller.
All right, buddy. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, guys. That was Tony Maderaazzo from the Monster X Tour, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to play a song that I made for my brother Dan, and this kind of explains if I have the right one. I have three in front of me, and I hope this is the right one. So anyway, we're going to talk about Dan Runte here real soon. So we'll be back in a minute with Pedal to the Metal.
Called you a legend, but you were just a friend and brother to me. The engine shook the ground when you were around, but we shared life on the road that the fans would never see. The crowd saw a hero, but I saw the man inside, not just the roaring thunder, but the one who walked with me. Dan, you were just a friend and brother to me, more than the world could ever see. The glory fades, the story's in, but I'll remember you as my brother and friend. Your name lit up the posters, your truck lit up the skies at work. I interviewed the legend, but I always knew the friend in your eyes. To millions you were fearless in that big old monster truck. To me you were just Dan, not the legend on the flyers, but my brother, my right hand. Dan, you were just a friend and brother to me, more than the world could ever see. The glory fades, the story's in, but I'll remember you as my friend. Engines stall and spotlights fade, but your memories don't go away. You will always be my friend and my brother. Not the fame, not the steel, not the roar of the crowd can take that away. They called you a legend, but you were just a friend and brother to me. And in the quiet, when the spotlight fades, that's enough for me. Dan, that memory will always be the legend, but you were just my friend, my brother to me.
We'll be back in just a minute, guys. We're going to pay some bills. Hey, Lugnuts, take a look at our new partner, 6ix9ine Graphics and Design, a small design and marketing company big on personalized service. They work close with you to get your business noticed with graphics that stand out and get attention. 6ix9ine Design focuses on stickers, decals, and graphics for your hot rods, custom projects, or business marketing. 6ix9ine Design also includes logo design, brochures, signs, business cards, banners, custom apparel, vehicle graphics, and much more. Remember, that's 6 and the number 9 graphics and design, or go to 6ix9design.com or find them on Instagram at 6ix9design. The J. Cimino collection of classic cars out of Colorado Springs is selling at auction on Saturday, October 25th. This collection ranges from Mustangs to T-Birds, Corvettes to Bel Airs, original classics to one-of-a-kind customs. This fine collection will sell at auction at no reserve. In addition to the Cimino collection, the auction will feature other outstanding classic cars from across the Northern Rockies. 80-plus cars are expected to cross the auction block. This is an online auction via live webcast, allowing you to bid in real time on each lot offered from the convenience of your phone, computer, or tablet. A preview of the Cimino collection will be held Saturday, October 18th in Colorado Springs. Auction bidding begins 10 a.m. Saturday, October 25th. View all the cars, consign your car, register to bid, and get all the details at www.classiccarauction.us or give them a call at 406-698-7930. That's 406-698-7930. Hey, Lugnuts, need pick me up to start your day? Then it's time to go to Rise and Grind. At Rise and Grind Coffee in Parker, Colorado, you'll find everything from bold espressos to creamy lattes to refreshing chai teas and smoothies. Whether you love it regular or decaf, we've got the perfect cup waiting for you. Hungry? Grab a hot breakfast burrito and a fresh muffin to go with your drink. And don't forget to check in on our merchandise. Perfect gift for any coffee lover. Planning on an event? Rise and Grind brings coffee to you with our family-equipped portable coffee trailer. Perfect for weddings, meetings, celebrations of any kind. Stop by 475 Singing Hills Road in Parker or give us a call at 480-212-3787. That's 480-212-3787. Rise and Grind Coffee, fueling your day one cup at a time. All right, guys, we're back, and I think it's been a really, really good show tonight, man. I really want to thank the G-Man for tuning in and talking to us about just his many hats that he wears in the monster truck business and the stuff that he does for fun and about his classic cars and stuff. And that's a true friendship that I have with that gentleman, and I'd fight to the death for him. I'll guarantee you that right now, and I know he would for me too. So, anyway, guys, we appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate Sean Green and Texas Rich and Richie Blackburn and everybody for tuning in, man. And for the folks that didn't comment in there, that are just sitting back listening, I thank you guys very much. If you're looking for anything as far as the collector car world or something like that, and we can help, we'd be more than happy. All you got to do is just go to my email. It's jeffrichards327@gmail.com, and email me with questions. That's also how you can order the CD, Colorado Country, if you're interested in that. We'd love to get that CD going out there and stuff. And working, it's just a hobby, and I'm working on new songs all the time right now, and I've already got an envision for what my next, whether I sell it or whether I just make it, I don't care. If I don't ever sell another Colorado Country, I'm fine with that. It's just if there's songs in there that there's a lot of people have liked and commented on, and I'm happy to share that with them and get that to them, and And if I make this other CD and it's something you want to buy it, or if you want me to do a collaboration of different songs, different genres of, maybe rockabilly and country and different things like that. If I've got them, and you want me to make a CD like that, I can do all this. This new program that I have is just totally amazing. Texas Rich and I, when he gets back into the new studio, he's got a lot of really cool equipment out there that'll help us make commercials and stuff. We can do commercials for your business, for your podcast. We encourage you guys, if anybody's really thinking about doing a podcast, I'm telling you what, guys, this has been the funnest thing I've done in a long time. Of course, when I do something, I jump into it, and you don't have to have all this fancy equipment. You don't have to have all this stuff. You can just sit at your desk in your house or at your kitchen table and have your podcast and just talk about whatever you love to talk about, whatever your passion is and stuff. And if you think you can do it, I encourage you to get out there and do it, because it's just been so fun. I've really, really enjoyed doing Pedal to the Metal. I enjoyed doing my other shows, Monster Truck Radio and stuff, and it was just it's just a passion that I've had, and it's just like Tony. He has a passion for collector cars and diving and stuff, man, and so he does it. And so if you've always wanted to have your own podcast or something, just get off your ass and do it, man. Just get off your ass and get out there and do it. Buy yourself a mic. Get yourself if you have a laptop, use your laptop and talk about, I don't care if it's a cooking show. I don't care if it's on basket weaving. If you like and enjoy it, if you have a hobby that you're a passionate person about and you want to share it with people, man, get out there and do it, man, because you never know what's going to take off. You never know what's going to. But don't get in it to make money. If you're going to get into the podcast business, don't get in it to make money. If the money happens, it happens, okay? Because the only thing you're going to do is get disappointment. You're going to work your ass off, and you're going to get out there and you're going to be trying to, think, I'm going to make some money. I'm going to become a millionaire. Well, there's very few of them out there that become millionaires, okay? And just get out there and enjoy it. And if the money comes, then the money comes. I mean, if you can get yourself some advertising and recoup your money for the stuff that you've got invested in the show to get that done, and some of the programs that you have and different things like that, just get out there and do it. I mean, because you never know. You might think of something else that really, really works. So we have some friends that are classic car people, and they're in different parts of the state, down in Oklahoma and also down in Snyder, Texas, and we're trying to get these two gentlemen to get in there and get themselves a podcast going, because it's just, why not just get out there and do it? Because I don't know if they're afraid to do it. I don't want to say they're afraid. It's just they're a little apprehensive about getting out there and talking to a camera, man. I was fortunate enough in my career in the monster truck business to be in front of a lot of cameras. So being in front of a camera doesn't bother me in any way, shape, or form. It's just like Texas Rich when he started. Texas Rich, he could not, and I told him, I said, you need to go to your very first show and look at it and look at to what you have now and see how much you have grown in being comfortable in front of the camera. And that's all it is, man. I mean, all I'm doing right now is I'm sitting in my house, which I love, and I am talking to my friends. Do I wish I could get more of my friends on there? Yes, but I haven't been doing it this long, man. It's going to take a while for people to get out there and to be on. But I mean, I have had friends on here that's I hadn't talked to in a long time, and they're tuning in now, and they're watching, and maybe they're not commenting or anything, but I know they're there because I see their activity and stuff like that. So just get out there and do it. That's what all I'm saying. Maybe you just start off with just going with Facebook Live, and just do something with Facebook Live, and see if it is something that you're really gonna like, because you can buy some cheap microphones that hook to your phone, hook to your lapel, and even if you don't want to interview anybody, that you can sit there and you can talk and you can do stuff when your hands free. So if you'd like to cook or whatever, or just whatever that special talent is that you have that you want to share with the world, share it, man. Just share it. And that's what I'm doing with my songs. I'm getting out there and I'm creating these songs. These songs are, I don't get out there and I don't play the instruments for sure. I can't sing at all. But I write these lyrics, and I have a book that has all the lyrics in it that I've written, and I write the lyrics, I put them into a program, and the program spits them out. I transfer them over to another program, and I tell that program, okay, I want to make a country song. I want it in the key of G or whatever. I want it to be an instrumental. I want a banjo. I want a guitar, I want a steel guitar, and I tell it all that, and then I push a button, and boom, my song is born, and I own the rights to the song. I can do with the song whatever I want, and it's just something that just gives me a lot of pleasure. I really have, because I never knew I could do this, and I just really love doing it, so I just want to share it with you guys. So please don't think that I'm out here trying to get rich or anything like that, but, I mean, the program costs money, the CDs cost money, the shipping and handling costs money. I got some time invested in it, so I'm trying to get by and make it as cheap as possible for you guys and stuff. And if you want to buy it, that's great. I'll be more than happy to sell it to you or anything. Or even if you're going through some rough times or something, like I have a son that's living on the streets here in Denver, and if he doesn't get help soon, this boy's not going to be around. He's not going to be around for me to enjoy and stuff like that. So I created a song for him, and that's what started it. And I created that song, and some friends heard it, and they called me up, and they're like, can you do a song for me? Because I'm going through the same thing. And I did that. And then I had another friend call up and say, well, hey, can you do a song about the families that are going through the addiction of drugs and stuff with a person and stuff like that? So I created that kind of a song. And so if there's something out there I can do for you, I'd be more than happy to try to help you out in any way I can. So, Lugnuts, I love you guys very much, and I really appreciate you tuning in and taking the time to make your night part of my night, and or maybe my night part of your night, or however that saying goes. But we'll be here next Wednesday. We'll be here Wednesday at 7 o'clock. I've got some people that I'm talking to. I haven't got any confirmations yet, but we always try to make the show exciting for you. And then we'll be back again on Sunday, and I'll give you an update on how the J. Cimino collection auction went. If you're looking to check that auction out, it's too late to register a car now. They've got about 90 automobiles, I think, in the sale, so I think they cut the time off on the registration. But the Classic Car Auction Group, they're featuring an absolute sale of these J. Cimino collection cars. There's 30 of them, and you can go to www.classiccarauctions.us, and you can see these automobiles. You can register to bid. You can just get on and watch the auction live, and you can get a hold of Craig if you have any information, or if you need any information on the cars, and his number is 406-698-7930. That's 406-698-7930, and his name is Craig Gould. Or you can get a hold of Scott Goodyew, who's going to be the auctioneer, and his phone number is 719-659-7600. That's 719-659-7600. This is going to be an online auction. These 30 cars that were in the Cimino collection are going to be selling for absolute. Some of these cars are $100,000 cars. I mean, they're just amazing automobiles. And Jay, he drove the biggest percentage of them, and I was there, fortunate yesterday to walk these cars and videotape these cars and bring these cars a little bit closer to each of you guys. And there's some beautiful automobiles in this man's collection. And I was fortunate enough to know Jay as a young person. We had an automobile dealership in Pueblo, a used car dealership, me and my dad and the family, and we sold cars to Jay at Phil Long Ford and bought cars from Jay at Phil Long Ford, and I was fortunate enough to see the collection in its infancy and see some of these cars. But the cars that he's collecting now are amazing. He's got cars that are just absolutely stunning. And then he's got an old Ford pickup for sale that's just an old driver, man. I mean, he has a little bit of everything. So if you want an old classic, he has a 48 Chevrolet, or 48 Ford, and it was his. He bought it because that's the year he was born. And this car's got a flathead V8 in it. It's got 3 deuces on it, and you'll see it on my. Just go to Pedal to the Metal, and you can see each and every one of these cars that are going to be in the sale. We talk a little bit about them, and I had a young lady from Telemundo, and I'd say something in English, and then she'd say something in Spanish, and so check these cars out. Go to Pedal to the Metal, or go to the website at www.classiccarauction.us and find out what's happening, because the auction is next Saturday on the 25th. It starts at 10 o'clock in the morning, and they're going to run until the cars are all done. And they're going to have other people's cars in the auction also, and they'll be selling either at reserve or no reserve. So it depends on how those people put them in. So if you're looking for a classic car, I suggest that you go check out this auction, because those cars are going to be right here in Colorado for the J. Cimino collection, and then the other cars are going to be wherever the people live, because they don't have to bring these cars here, because Scott's going to be in Montana selling the cars. The cars are here, and the other cars are all over the United States. So it is up to the buyer to pick up the vehicle, so you have to make arrangements and all that to get it picked up. But that's Classic Car Auction Group, just a great bunch of people, so make sure you check with them and see what's going on. So other than that, I think we'll go ahead and end out with let's just end out with something here. Let's look and see what we got. Kind of that song of Dan's kind of brought some memories back to me, and it kind of mellowed me out. But that's why we're not having the show about him right away, because it's still a little hard. But anyway, here's a song I wrote, and this is called Building Hot Rods with My Dad. I'm Roller. This is Pedal to the Metal. We'll be on every Wednesday and every Sunday at 7 o'clock. We look forward to hanging out with you guys. And if you're at one of the shows, of course, our shows are winding down. But next spring, if you're at one of the shows and you see Derek and I walking around, we've got stickers on us. We're very approachable. If you want that lug nut sticker, you have to do an interview to get that. But we'll see you down the road somewhere. I know that for sure. And if you get a chance, check out that Monster X tour, man. Great shows, great people. All right, this is called Building Hot Rods with Dad.
I'd sit in the shop watching you wrench on those old cars non-stop, wishing I could help, just to lend a hand, learning what it meant to be a man. Then one day you turned and said, son, grab that rag. That was the best day I ever had. That's the day my dream began. I was building hot rods with my dad. Yeah, I'm building hot rods with my dad, turning wrenches, talking fast, 32 deuce coupe, flathead V8, Hildebrand parts, man, that car was great. A 4.9-inch satin black, Kelsey Hayes wires, red out back. You put a Stromberg 97 on that slab, man, I was building hot rods with my dad. Still remember the day we sold that ride. A tear rolled down as I stood outside. It wasn't just steel, chrome, and glass. It was the time we had that went too fast. Then I realized as that hot rod rolled away, we weren't just building cars those days. We were building memories that always last. Building hot rods with my dad. Now the years have come and gone, and the torch is moving on. I see my boy in the shop out back, watching me work like I once said. So I'll turn and smile, say, hey, give me a hand. Let's fire this motor and make it stand. Let's start them memories all over again. Building hot rods with my dad. Yeah, building hot rods with my dad. Yeah, building hot rods with my dad. Yeah, building hot rods with my dad.
All right, guys, that was Building Hot Rods with my dad. That's the end of the show. Appreciate you guys very much. See you again on Sunday at 7 p.m.
That's gonna do it for tonight's ride on Pedal to the Metal. Thanks for tuning in. Lug Nuts tune in every week on Wednesday and Sunday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We would like to thank our sponsors, Rise and Grind Coffee Company and Arch Auto Glass and the Classic Car Auction Group. Until then, keep your engines roaring and your pedal to the metal. I'm Roller. See you down the road or on Facebook or YouTube. Be sure to like and follow us.